Hello, hi my dear students. Today we are going to discuss certain topics from Unit 1 of Tractors and Engine Systems. Engine Systems, this is an important topic for agricultural engineers. So you will have to undergo we have already seen certain topics in Unit 1. So this section is being devoted to discuss. We have already discussed about engine block, cylinder head and everything else, features of cylinder. Now we are coming to the pistons and also connecting rod, connecting shaft and firing order. This is remaining. So what is the purpose of piston? So we know very well the piston is actually the reciprocating member inside the cylinder block, right? So there will be several purpose. So what it is actually? So this will be used for the transmission of explosion force to the crankshaft through the connecting rod. It will be acting as a guide for the piston rings to seal the piston in the cylinder. So it will be acting as a guide for the upper end of the connecting rod. So this power stroke will be done by the reciprocating movements of the piston only. And this is actually a diagram of your piston. You have a small end. It's actually, you can't draw a piston on the whole. You can draw along with only the cylinder head. You have the piston pin, your crankshafts, okay, the loop cap, the big end of connecting rod, the small end of connecting rod. So we can't draw a piston. You can't imagine piston without a connecting rod. So what is the work of what are the requirements that the piston will have to do? So actually it has to carry the maximum load with minimum weight, okay. So it has to withstand the heat with minimum explosion, and maximum hardness with easy machinability, and maximum hardness with maximum flexibility. The very important is heat should be quickly dissipated. Though you have cooling chambers and everything else, the heat dissipation should be high, because at high temperatures the material may expand. So you have to avoid this losses. Okay, so it should be able to quickly dissipate heat, and it should be resistant to corrosion and wear, and we should have the minimum permanent deformations, etc. What are the materials for piston? Is cast iron or semi-steel or the aluminium. So cast iron or semi-steel. Why we are going for this cast iron or semi-steel? It will be strong enough for the stress. It has a melting point above the cylinder operating temperature, and it expands at the same rate as the cylinder. It does not generate excessive friction when it is being properly lubricated. Okay. So normally we go for cast iron same material only, because expansion rate should be somewhat equal with that of the cylinder head. And aluminium alloys can also be used as a material for piston. Okay, why it is this? As we know very well, the aluminium can be easily cast and it can be machined, and its friction is very less when you compare with the cast iron, and also it is very lighter than cast iron, etc. So since it is very less weight, the inertia of moving parts will be reducing. So when the weight is reduced, you will have a higher speed of the engine. So piston construction. So what it is actually, you have a head, okay, your skirt, ring grooves will be provided, and also will have as a land. So the head of the piston is the top surface, okay. So these combustion gases will be exerting pressure on the top face of the piston only, okay. It can be flat, okay, irregular, whatever, depends on our utility. You can design this, okay. So the different shapes will be allowing for more or less compression. So that is also playing a major role. You can see this in our diagram. You can see the top land, second, third land, fourth land, ring grooves are being provided. Okay, piston pin balls, you have a head rib and everything. So oil drain holes are being provided. So everything is being depicted. You please have a glance over this. Okay, different shapes of the piston head will be allowing for more or less compression and swirling as needed for different engines and also fuels. Okay, so now we can see that what is from the ring grooves? You would have seen this ring grooves will be provided, right? What are this actually? The ring grooves will be circular grooves that will be placed on the piston. So these will be carrying the piston rings, okay? So they will be shaped to the proper design. So for control of oil and everything else, it has to be properly designed. Next one, you have also piston lands also, as I said already. This is your piston land, isn't it? So the piston lands are the areas between the ring grooves which hold and support the piston rings in the grooves. Next one, combustion chamber. Combustion chamber means it is the place where the combustion takes place, okay. So you'll have to consider the number of factors, whether you have the adequate mixing, okay. So in water we are having adequate mixing of air and atomized fuel, okay. It requires importing a movement to the air. Everything else you have to consider, okay. Thank you.